welcome to Going In, Sane with Tempers Remain. That's me. How y'all doing? You're in the river? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm back from my hiatus. For whatever reason, I was put into hibernation for the past however many days. Hi, welcome if you're new. I'm kind of out of the flow of doing these, and I'm not sure exactly where we're going with this reading. I just know I'm doing it. I've got all my cards out, all my decks out. So hi, welcome, and welcome if you're new. This channel is based on a series of 33 channeled from on high readings, messages, and they're in a playlist. I will tack them to the end of this video, and I call them So Self-Help and Fast Track to Ascension, because if you're here, you've been led here in one manner or another, and you're up for the task of doing a check-in to meet the criteria as set for us from on high, and of course Yeshua, Sananda, which is his star name, or Jesus, whatever you call him. He's the top of my food chain. I bend my knee to him. My heart is his. Everything he stands for, and always has been at my top. He's my most beloved, and my life is his. Always has been. Okay, so I've said that twice now. So I was meditating. So anyway, those videos are recommended for all souls that come here. These are oracle readings that check into the energies in the now whenever you're here. They are timeless, and so excuse me, my ears are plugged. Whenever you're here is the perfect now for you to have this message. If you've been led to this particular message, because I've been stacking them, right? I've been doing this since March, and okay. Sorry, the computer's not quite set up right. So if there's a hesitation, it's because the screen went dark, and I will fix that as soon as I get done with this one. At any rate, if you've been led here, there's something in this message for you, and you're here to be led to the playlist, which is video sequence in order, other than oracles. Okay, and so welcome, and congratulations for being a Ninja Seal, which is what I call the people who end up here and follow the bouncing ball to the fast track of ascension and self growth. Okay, and awareness, which is what it's about. We're coming into hard and dark, trying times, as has been promised since May, the month of change and the year of change, which is this year, 2021. 2 and 2 plus 1 equals 5, which is change and transformation. Okay, and so this whole year is about that. And as we can tell, probably in our personal lives, but exponentially in the world around us, which has gone a little cuckoo. So that's why we go in to get sane first, because it starts here with us. The answers are always here within inside ourselves, and we have many who are our friends, comrades, celestial beings of guides, ancestors, ascended masters, guardian angels, angels with swords, who I call the OCG, the original cosmic gangsters, and my gang is all of them put together. Okay, so let's call them in. I've prayed and meditated and got two confirmations of whether I was being led to do a reading today, or if I was supposed to stay on hiatus. So obviously I've been given a confirmation and the green light, go, go, go. And so let's call him in. Oh, gang, gang, OCG, come and play with me. I love them so much. They're very busy right now, and that's a good thing. They're energetically charged and ready, charged up and charged with helping all the ground crew, which is us, okay? Light workers, twin flames, star seeds. No labels are needed here. If you don't feel you're any of those, that's okay, because if you've been brought here, you're a Ninja SEAL, which is just a warrior for the light, let's say. So, okay. I see your IL first. You're going to take the head, the lead. Okay, Metatron's here. I like to play with Metatron because he's older than dirt, like me. We have good fun together. Sananda, of course, he's here, and his lovely twin Magdalene. Joan of Arc is an energy I always pull in. I love Joan of Arc. Such a warrior. These archetypes, they're energies that are here for the multitudes, for the masses, okay, to pull the strength from, like some pull from Mother Mary. I personally don't. I just don't. Michael Angel is who I consider, they work, Sananda and him work very closely together, and yeah, I just got this energy right here. It's so cool. I've missed coming here and being in this space with this energy, working with you guys, and your guys' oversouls, your higher selves are here, the 5D version or above. They're here as well, to ensure that anybody who shows up at this particular message gets what they need, okay? So my oversoul's here too, so shout out to Temperance. Okay, so since I've said since Temperance is not my given name, Tracy Germain is, okay, and over the years in my life, my many older than dirt life, like Metatron. Anyway, in this lifetime, my given name Tracy, you know, I outgrew that and turned into TJ in my 20s and in my late teens and early 20s, and carried her angry ass self for a good while, and started working, and then I became a mom, and I started turning into Tracy J, which was the combination of obviously Tracy and Jermaine, which TJ, was just the angry version of me. And I'm sure y'all are not unfamiliar with this scenario or this growth progression through life. Many of us have experienced black sheep syndrome, perfect child syndrome, outcast syndrome, abandoned child syndrome, and that's because we're here to transmute that energy back into love as per our contract with the universe and the Most High God, Mother, Father, God, okay, to help Gaia. Love Gaia. That's why we're here, to help her ascend. Okay, now this is what I know. If you're not familiar with this, hang in. It gets revealed, and it's very well laid out throughout all my videos. Hold hands, okay? And the message is consistent. It just comes out with different metaphors, stories, examples that they bring to my recollection or to my attention, or through the cards, which is the oracle cards I will be using. Today we're going to use all, because it's been a few, and there's definitely a change in the energies, and we're headed for the 717 portal. And so the portal, it's been brought to my attention that the 77 portal and the 717 portal in this year of change and transformation has been and will be key catalytic events in not only the world but in our personal lives to elevate us to our ascension into the 5D along with Gaia, and to help us anchor down in our knowledge, in our that we know that we know that we know that we know, and our faith is steadfast, true, and worthy. It's worthwhile. It is necessary. But we've come to find through this time, and perhaps all the way through July, as global citizens and as cosmos citizens, citizens of the universe, of which our paths are not detached from, because we are from the universe, and we all are here for a reason. And whether we know that reason or not, I happen to know mine. If you still are working through getting that clearly presented to you, just keep calling them in, because they can't come unless you ask. They have to be invited. That's the laws of the universe. If you need to know about the universal laws, I really recommend Aaron Abke, ABKE, and just put in Law of One. And he has a whole series. I forget how many videos are in it. It doesn't matter. Start with 1 and then work your way up, 2, 3, 4, etc. They just said Matthew Kahn. So Matthew Kahn, Khan, K-A-H-N. I'm a little dyslexic, you'll find. Many star seeds, or etc., do have dyslexia. It's just it's a kind of a outside of the box thinking. It's not average thinking, which they tried to make and turn it into a handicap, which it's not, because in their the matrix 3D undivine matrix, they have tried to turn everything about us, that we're empathic, that we have clairvoyant or clairaudient, or whatever clair, makes us weird, outcasts, or odd, crazy, cray. They've tried their best to calcify our third eye, our pineal glands, as they consume other souls' pineal glands to get what they're trying to calcify. That's why they do the I can't even think of the name because I can't say it on YouTube anyway, but it's not cool. They actually consume the pineal glands of victims, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And that's to obtain what they can't get, because they are not us. They are not humans per se. They may start out that way, but they don't always stay that way. Anyway, not to go too deep into that. That's a big rabbit hole, and that's not what this is about. By way of explanation, that they've spent a lot of time with the food the water, fluoride, Mansado with their stupid Roundup, and then splicing it into the food and having us consume it so it changes our DNA. Some of us are aware of that, some of us not so much, but I would want to instill fear in anybody who says fear doesn't change anything. It perpetuates it. So coming out of fear is the most important thing for all souls right now. And to understand that, okay, Tracy, don't be afraid, just have faith. This is where we have to be right now to save the souls on Gaia, to save Gaia, to change everything, And that's why we're here. So, okay, Uriel, you ready to start your message? I know we've already been in the message. This when I start channeling. Okay. Chief White Eagle says, I'm here. Anybody else? Sananda? Who said Sananda? Oh, Sandalphon. Sorry, Sandalphon. Whoops. Melchizedek. I can't say his name. Okay. Welcome. Anybody else? Oh, Raziel. Yes. Raquel. Okay. Raphael. Okay. Jophiel. Okay. I see Joseph. Josephine. Okay. Anybody else? We're good? Okay. So let's start. This probably will be a two-part series, or I don't know. Every time I try to plan that, it gets flipped around. And whenever I watch any of my favorite oracles, anytime they try to make plans for the reading, like, oh, this is going to be really short, it ends up being a 2-hour one. So I always laugh at them. I'm like, when are you going to learn? So, when are you going to learn? So let's just get started with the reading and let's see what happens. And thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. This is my heart song. Yeah. Okay, so I've shuffled all these cards already. Changed, got the energy going. I've been up for a walk before 5 this morning, and spent my morning checking in with the energies, getting the downloads and input that I needed for my day, and got in the river, just kind of floated and arrived here. So just by way of explanation, like, Trace, breathe. So let's all take a breath, okay? Feel better? So let's start this message. Got the ancestors out today too, because I don't know, this is really, I'm certain that over the last 3 or 4 days, and probably pushing onward, that they just wanted me to say, one of my messages this morning was pretty cut and dried. Oh, by the way, I have a Facebook ministry, and I'll tag it. I'll pin it in the comments. Okay. A lot of really supportive and uplifting and encouraging um, things are being brought to, things, posts, banners, what have you, are being brought into my attention. And it's very interesting because they always flow kind of in the same kind of line of like a category, right? And for each day, it's really cool. My ministry's, it's a ministry because a little over a year ago, in May, my father was dying, and I took off. And I had 35 friends. I had been in the hospital for 3 months. I'd lost all my previous things, because I didn't have my gadgets, and I didn't have the same phone number, and yada, yada, yada. And so I'd start new. So I wasn't really that interested. I mean, I've always had a Facebook, like, ministry type Facebook, and that's what I do. And so it went from 35 to 5,000 in a week. And it was like, okay, I get it. What I'm saying is needed, important, and wanted. So I've kept it up, and I stay steady at 5,000. I'm at 5,000 now. I can't take any more. Friends, some drop off, but they're usually the ones that are, unbeknownst to me, when I friend them, are of low vibration. I'm just going to say that because I don't need to get into the type of low vibration. Y'all probably get what I'm saying. And it's what we're fighting against. Sex trade stuff and human trafficking. I'm sure of it. And I'm just I've prayed, and my intention is that they will be revealed by their actions on Facebook and their onslaught onto innocent souls or souls on fire, and trying to bring that in and dim down what's going on, like with a channel like mine. Anyway, what was brought to my attention is the narcissist's accusation equals their confession. The narcissist's accusation is actually their confession. I know that's true. I've dealt with many narcissists. But when someone was wagging a finger and yelling so loud that so everybody could hear how upset they were, and yelling things that weren't true, and I'm sitting there going, what is your problem? Why are you saying that? And why are you yelling it, for that matter? And it's not even true, for crying out loud. What the hell? Well, that's because whatever they were yelling at me was actually what they were doing to me. So, and that's gaslighting, okay? So, really, it can get really scary and really fear-invoking when you're in the middle of it. The way around it is to stay in your power. Stand in your power. Oh, look, I found my glasses. See? Did y'all notice? I'm not going like this all the time. I found them yesterday. I was so excited. I'm still so excited. Can you tell? So anyway, let's stay in our power. Let's find what that means. And then I refer you right back to the list I was referring to. And that's how you get in and stay in and remain in. And they say it's always an open book test. We can always go back. I use them myself. And they really work. They really do. And I always give the disclaimer, because the first few videos, they're not technically high quality or anything, but I was learning as I was going. It was a learning curve. And as they keep pointing out to Tracy, if they have a problem, I mean, if they're not listening to the message and they're more focused on the quality of the video, that's on them, and they need to heal. So if you have an issue with stuff like that, it's you need to heal. It's not that everything else has to be perfect for you, because that's ego and that's bullshit. And we need to outgrow that as a society. And that's the the undivine matrix fucking bullshit they've been pumping into us since we were born, and for lifetimes that we've been here. Because I guarantee you, if you're here, you're an Ninja SEAL, you've been here, you're an old soul, and you've been here several lifetimes to gather what we need for this particular space in time, okay? And it is what we're transmuting, not only karma that appears like karma this lifetime, but it's all the lifetimes. And we're supposed to stand here, smile, get up again, stand in our power, and move forward with forgiveness in our hearts. And that's for self and for others, okay? With previous videos. And whenever I say that, I'm referring to the list of videos that I've previously mentioned. Okay. It may seem like a long introduction, but it's always their message. It's not my message. So if you're having a problem with that, you need to heal. So you can just you don't have to watch this today. You can start watching those videos and come back to this one, put a pin in it, right? Okay. Okay, would you like to add to this message? Oh, you're going to shuffle again. Add the energy. Okay. Add to this message, please. Those? Any others? Okay. And Shaman's Dream. Oh, those are creators. This is Angels and Ancestors. This is Shaman's Dream. How y'all been? Oh, I think that's what I was saying, right? That I think that for sure it has been trials and tribulation and cliffhanger scary stuff going on. And it's going on in the world. And that's a surefire sign that is going on in our lives personally. And they want you to know, just call them in. You're protected. Just do the work. Do the work. Press in. Push through. Trust, trust, trust. Faith, faith, faith. Discernment and intuition is faith muscle. And they have to be exercised. They have to be worked out. They have to be applied. It has to happen. You have to develop these muscles to persevere through what we're going through. I mean, there's no way around it. Previous videos, okay? Okay, I'd like to add to this message. That one too? Dokie. Who am I to argue? It's not my message. It's their message. So I don't argue. I thought I fixed the screen. But obviously I didn't. One more time. Rael. My bell. I had a really hard time playing things that rhyme with you, Rael. He's like, it's okay. Well, I'll put something for you. Okay. Which ones? Others? I'll pull them out at the end, and that would be my Archangel Power to Row. They always wrap up the messages because they're full of archangel messages and archangels themselves. So, yay! So, gang, make me a clear, concise, relevant, and articulate is always nice. Conduit for your message. It's your message, not my message. For all the souls here, including myself, for what we need in this now. And whenever you're here is your now, okay? Okay, thank you. I guess I really should see the card first. Okay, this is where we left off in the last message, which is really interesting because you see how many cards there are. There's 67 cards in the deck, and when I get repeater cards, especially when they're like like previous videos or like within the last week or so of readings, I call them builder cards because they really want us to get this message. So, ready? It's actually the title of my last video. The edge of evolution feels messy. Okay, it's a 40. This is foundational because 4s are foundational. Okay, ready? The edge of evolution feels messy. Essential meanings: evolution of the soul, rapid change, growth, and a plethora of new opportunities. Surrendering to uncertainty. Self-care message: I need to trust. Just said this. They are really good at tying everything into the channeled message in the beginning, so bear with me. I need to trust, not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, accepting new teachings and the wonderful unknown, giving yourself permission to fall in order to grow. I did this last time. It doesn't say fall, but there must be something to that because I've said it twice. It says fail. Permission to fail in order to grow. The words are really tiny on here for me. Hopefully these glasses will help, but bear with me. The edge of change is a versatile cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, over-expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive. And it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. So we're being pushed to the edge of our comfort zone. Okay, and magic begins once we've been pushed to our edge and we have the moxie. Yes, I said moxie. And the tenacity. Yes, much tenacity to press in and keep going. Okay, and to have faith. Like I just said, okay? It's very important because without being pushed and tested, and I say it's an open book test. Okay, previous videos that means the playlist. Okay, and then sequentially, the oracle readings, they all hold hands, and they're all very inspiring. I'm really pleased with the way everything comes together on this channel. I started it in March. Okay, but we have to have this foundation cemented within us so that we know that we can handle this and or anything else. And more than likely, our missions up ahead, our ministries, are tied to what we're going through and overcoming, because we are all overcoming. We have known nothing else. Our whole existence is being the black sheeps and the yada yada yada, the cray cray. Okay, we don't know what fail means. So this channel is to encourage and to enlighten and to edify. Okay, those are my 3 E's. And so right to the edge, and then have faith that you've always been provided for, that you really don't lack anything that you need in that moment. So that's why we learn previous videos, okay, to go moment to moment and not borrow trouble from the, yes, I said borrow trouble from the future, or relish in the, or like not relish, pitch a tent and dwell in the troubles from the past, because that doesn't get us anywhere. The moment to moment, 0.0 point of joy equals bliss, and that's our aim. That's our destination. We can achieve it. I'm like right there most of the time, and trust me, it's with their help. um, and much endurance. Okay. The edge of change is a veritable cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, ever-expanding puzzle, which are all puzzle pieces, not stacked, the same, okay, laid out and snapping into each other, as by design, okay, an ever-expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges, and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive, and it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. As things shift and germinate around you, you may notice how uncertain it feels beyond the known. It's time to bring yourself to your personal growth edge, to look into that abyss of creation. Poke your toe into the open space that lies beyond, and the right opportunity, as if by magic. Okay, sorry about that. And the right opportunity will, as if by magic, move into your awareness. This magical changing expanse is surging with the building blocks of all creation. This is where source energy is working on your behalf. Yes, yes. Bringing you the opportunities you have asked for. Everything and anything is possible during this time of rapid transformation. Don't forget, this is what the title of the last video. That was a really good video. It was short, and but I listened to it again, and I was like, oh wow, that was powerful. But now they're expanding on that. Okay. Everything is possible during this time of rapid transformation, which is this whole year, okay? But this month, this is serious. It was serious stuff is going on. I'm sure you guys can attest to the same. Rapid transformation. And as you stand on the precipice of your beautiful evolution, know that this energy is organic and malleable. Begin directing the landscape of your reality that are coming into form. They are coming into form. You just have to not look through 3D glasses, so to speak. The matrix isn't going to help you perceive anything of the sort. Okay, you have to unplug from the undivine matrix, tap into the 5D totally divine matrix. Okay, are you giving yourself permission to try new things and to quite possibly fail a few times in order to find out what works? Do you rejoice in the unknown and partake in the adventure of your own evolution? Why not? Or how? What areas of your life are you actively evolving? And what puzzle pieces are you calling into work with? If you could choose, what would be the next big piece to arrive? I would answer that question and put it out there. This is a builder card over the last 2 months or so. We keep getting it. Cozy up with risk. 61, that's a 7. That's this month. Okay. Okay, so 61. Cozy up with risk. Essential meanings. Fearless pursuit of your dreams. An ability to successfully manage calculated and uncalculated risk. Pushing past fear. New opportunities. Creative expansion of what's possible. They are so good at this. These are already perfectly aligned with each other. Pushing past fear, new opportunities, creative expansion of what's possible, learning to control the monkey mind. How to control that monkey, man. Okay, back to the control the monkey mind, learning to bless fear and move ahead anyway. We were just talking about that, were we not? Focusing on the goal. They really are quite good at this. That's why I keep doing it. These messages inspire me. Self-care message. Feeling stuck, an inability to move forward, feeling controlled by fear or uncertainty, a time to release negative thought patterns, being realistic about risk tolerance. Fear of risk is paralyzing growth, the potential to be taking too many uncalculated risks to the point of recklessness. Risk is inevitable when you are pursuing your dream. So go on, cozy up, and get to know each other. Risk is a little bit like a campfire. Both need to be watched and tended carefully. Neither should be feared. And respect and responsibility are part of the deal. And just as a campfire can be a magical catalyst for 100 wonderful stories, risk can be the catalyst for 100 realized dreams. Encountering risk means you are aware, pushing boundaries and innovating, and you are bravely trying new things, testing ideas, and living. Trust that your reward will be waiting for you when you take your leap of faith, and that you'll find your soft landing in love, in your investments, or in your creation. This is a catalyst for something better. You are working toward an extraordinary life, and the only way to arrive passes right by the warm, inevitable glow of the unknown. Are you worrying without any real cause? Are you stressed? That's borrowing trouble, right? Are you stressed when things go exactly as planned? Are you blowing your risk out of proportion? Are you ruminating over things you cannot change? Are you worrying about something that hasn't happened yet? That's borrowing trouble, I'm telling you. What area in your life requires a little more trust from you? Me too. This is it. When I start pointing fingers, or they're telling me to get firm, they're doing it to me too. Trust. Isn't she lovely? Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The Water Guardian represents the angels of water, who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul, which I think is a lot of what we've been going through, since the beginning of this year. Maybe even over the last 3 years, 4 years, okay? 3.5 years. We've been gradually, and that's what we do. We recognize, we purge, we acknowledge the pain, we feel it, we identify it, we feel it, we allow ourselves to feel the pain that our inner child or inner adult, doesn't matter at which stage you had the pain. Acknowledging it instead of stuffing it, which is what the Undivine 3D toxic waste up tells us to do. Here's a pill, so you don't have to feel anything. It's so that we can get so caught up in ourselves that we are so programmable by them into fear and defensiveness against love, which they've totally annihilated, which I talked about in the last video, okay? They say Band-Aid. You can't just put a Band-Aid on it. You actually have to figure out how it got there, how the wound got there. You can't just cover it up. Thank you, angels. So, previous videos, okay, that list, I'll put it at the end of this. It's really important. We go into depth. That's what it's about, okay? Because we transmute that, and transmute means that you don't leave a void. Once you've done all the work, you don't leave a void. Your transmutation means that you call in Michaelangel, you call in Sananda, you send it to Gaia. Gaia is a very powerful entity. You can send it to Gaia and have them turn that reprocessed energy to then get rid of it. You have to actually send it, give it, have them transmute it back to its original source, which the original source of everything is God love, okay? Source creator, love, from which we were created. And then it replaces the gap, because you never want to leave a gap, because it'll get filled that quick by negative stuff again. That's how the negative entities, if there's a foothold, that's what they call the foothold in the Bible when they speak of that. If you know anything, if you've ever read the Bible, the foothold is that empty space that you don't actually deal with it and feel it then replace it with love. And that's self-love, unconditional love of self, unconditional forgiveness of self, which pours out into unconditional love of others and forgiveness of others, which is the nutshell. Okay. Who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions that you may have locked deep within your shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages these have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers and the energies of abundance. And that is truly the only way that can happen, is by doing the work, okay? Previous videos. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if they are not joyous. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad. They are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. And that's everything that we've been saying. Okay. I've heard her a few times. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Here. Am I right? I am. I'm learning this book after all. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. The High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar, fierce, powerful, and disciplined. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort and partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. You are a mystic, and with the capacity to connect. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic, and this doesn't matter if you're female or male, because we all have male and female within us, yin and yang. PVC, okay? Within you is the force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, and it will give you the guidance that will be important for your growth. Amen. Okay, next. Falling angel. We've had this a couple times in the last 3 weeks or so. Spiritual narcolepsy. This is falling, not fall in, okay? Looks a little chaotic, doesn't it? But in a kind of with, it's kind of serene, but hectic. Kind of the dark and the light. Falling angel. Falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now not to fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering in the world, and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do is stop being a falling angel. All you need to do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own intentions in mind. Okay, we're going to back up and read that. Redo that again, okay? You are being cautioned now not to fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. Eyes of the eagle, rising above the fray. Oh, 18 and 19. Eyes of the eagle. Protection, inherent trust, rising above the fray. The eyes of the eagle offers you the gift of foresight, the skill of looking ahead to see the unfolding of destiny before it all manifests as reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot the tiny mouse from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet into the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eyes to discern the workings of humans. Eyes of the eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures when it needs. The eagle flies above all creatures when it meets obstacles. It simply rises above them. Know that you are protected. You can fly above the judgment, slings, and arrows of the darts of the enemy from others who may not have your great. Okay. I apologize for that. I keep letting my mind wander, and I'm not sure why. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment, slings and arrows, and the darts of any envy from others who may not have your great wings. And okay, why is this? It's really important. Eyes of the eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment slings and arrows and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. So is that what we've been feeling? Is that what we've been going through? Maybe mostly this month, or maybe since the 7th? Okay, just know the universe is acknowledging that they see you, they're with you, they know, and this is your encouragement, okay? And your edification. And your enlightenment. The 3 E's, alright? May not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune has placed before you, and even if you feel not yet properly equipped to meet dadgummit. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune has placed before you, even if you feel not yet properly equipped to meet its challenges. Your willingness to say yes to Spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, will suck the air from under your wings and make you lose altitude. You are called now to trust your heart and your instincts, to move fearlessly and not waver. This goes right back to the channeling in the beginning. Faith and discernment, moxie, tenacity. Okay? Not waver. The time is right, and no harm can come your way if your motives are pure and you act courageously. So these two kind of contradict. It says don't move yet, but this one says move now until you will know when. So either way, your instincts, your intuition, and your discernment, and your invitation to gang, okay, OCG, angels with swords, our archangels, all right, our ancestors and our guides, when they will let us know, as long as we set the intention that we want to know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. It's been right at an hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop now, and I'll be back for part 2 once this uploads. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you guys. we're doing great work. They say we're doing great. We just need to press in, believe in ourselves, believe in each other. If we see another soul that needs encouragement, edification, or enlightenment, and they're open to it, give it freely. Don't focus on the chaos that's meant for the souls that aren't enlightened. It's not for us. Those that we don't have to watch it. We don't have to get caught up in the frenzy, in the chaos, in the fear, because that's not where we belong. We are anchoring down light and love, the energy from on high, from our big guy. Okay, that we're anchoring down Christ consciousness right now. Love, not fear. Not fear. Okay, don't be afraid, and have faith. I love you guys so much. Don't let anybody tell you different, okay? And I love me too. But always remember, you love you too, and that's where magic happens, baby. Okay, so I'll be back. Thanks for coming. Come back in a bit, and check out the other videos. Don't forget to leave a comment. Really helps promote the video, even if it's just an emoji. Like and share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time a video drops. And we'll see you on the flip side. Peace and out.